Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today I have something special for you. As you saw in my last video, I took a trade, and after that I decided, man, I'm gonna trade more. Like, I have all the knowledge, I have to trade more. And I decided to start trading again. I mean, like, I was a trader several years ago in the Forex market. That was like, started 12 years ago, 2010. And it took me for like 2 years to be successful, like learn everything and check every possible strategy, every indicator and all that stuff. So it took me, after 2 years, I was successful and started to make some profits. I almost quit several times during these 2 years, but I made it. I got successful and my portfolio grew. But then it became very large. I mean, like, I became emotional to trade with a lot of money, and I started making mistakes because of the psychological stuff during tradings, like emotional being. And I started to be an investor and put the money into the stock market because I already had enough money to make great returns in the stock market, so I didn't need to trade anymore. But as you guys know, I got cancer last year, and because of cancer, like, changed the view of your life, like what happens if you go on. And I'm glad I made it. Everything is okay for now, but you never know, and with cancer you never know, it might come back. So as I know there will be a bull run for the next 2 years in the crypto market, I'm gonna start trading. I'm gonna make as much money as I can for my family. So even for the worst case that everything might happen in the future, like, for my family, I need to make as much money as I can, because I can. So and as a professional trader, you need to make a diary anyway. You need to make something like this here, like an Excel sheet, analyze all your single trade you made, so you can detect your mistakes, detect what's gone good and what's gone bad. So you need to do something like this anyway. And I wanted to teach you guys, so I will take you with me. I will share my experience, my knowledge, and my activities in the crypto market. And you can do whatever you want with this information. You can just use it to learn. You can use it to copy if you can. I mean, like, I will be uploading once in a week, probably on the weekend, one video with a diary of the last week. What did I do last week and what I'm looking for the next week, something like this. And yeah, it will be looking like this. I called it a small YouTube trading portfolio. I have upgraded it with 1 Bitcoin, 10 Ethereum, and 10,000 of USDT stablecoins. I will use Bitcoin and Ethereum as futures trading in the with crypto market margin. So basically, I own the Bitcoin, and I can then use it as margin to buy more futures. So I get leverage on that Bitcoin. So it's like holding crypto and use it as collateral for margin trading, and a little bit of stable coins. So this is roughly around 50k right now. Like, if you take Bitcoin for around 25k, Ethereum for like 1.5k, 10, it's like 15k. So it's more or less like 40k, 50k in total. For me, it's like a gambling portfolio. If I lose everything, it's okay. It's fine for me. Like, it's a lot of money, I know, but for me, it's okay to lose like 50k for now. I'm invested heavily into crypto, and I have all the stuff on hardware wallets. So this is only a small piece of my portfolio, and I call it a small YouTube trading portfolio. And I will be doing like this. I will be posting screenshots in here. I currently have 3 open trades this week, all 3 in profit, gladly. I will talk about them in a second when we get to the charts. And then I will be showing the trades I closed. This one is the trade from the last video. I closed it because it was a very small trade with I think 0.1 own Bitcoin. So a 6x margin was like 0.6 in total size. So a very small trade, and I upgraded this portfolio to 1 Bitcoin. So this was just like a test trade, 6x leverage. However, I will post them like this, but I delete this one because it wasn't with these assets here. So after closing the positions, I will show them in here, and I will keep this little sheet in here updated so you can see my portfolio changes. Like this is the current portfolio. Bitcoin is not invested, Ethereum is not invested, USDT. I took 3 trades with 1k each, and this one is 107 in profit, 114 in profit, and 406 in profit, so like 600 something in profit, which is 6% of the total stablecoin portfolio. Alright, so this is what's gonna happen in this channel here for the next, I think, 2 years for the bull run, and then we can check if we're gonna short it down. But the main focus will be bullish on to use the rallies in the bull market, maybe 1 or 2 counter trades within the bull market, but the main bias is bullish. And okay, so that's it. So let's go into the charts. Alright, so here we are back in the chart and in Bitcoin. I changed the colors a little bit, so I think this will be easier to read. And last time, the last trade I deleted like a few minutes ago was the trade I took in here. Like my first video was watching over this wedge here, and we were looking for a long entry, but we had a W formation with a volume stopping candle in here, and I have gone long, I think something around in here. Took all the move up, took all the run up here. And then the last video, I think I uploaded it over here, and I was talking about a possible cup and handle formation. Like this is the run, this could be the cup, and we could get a handle over here. And I said if this happens, this might be a good re-entry zone in here. A good buying opportunity for a cup and handle in here, but unfortunately, it didn't get to be a cup and handle, as we failed to go lower, higher of this high here. So we had a nice round turning in here, but the power was not enough to push over this high here. So we can delete this cup and handle. So obviously, hopefully no one entered in here. Like even if you entered in here, you should be profitable right now. But as I mentioned, this is the re-entry zone for possible cup and handle, but there was no cup and handle. But instead of a cup and handle, I do see something else right now. I see it could be a market maker movement. Like let's say we have a accumulation zone with maybe some wicks above it. And on 1st of February, just round about here, we're gonna have a FOMC meeting with rate hikes, probably about 25 basis points. But also Jerome Powell will be talking a little bit, and he's mostly pushing the markets down to keep the expectations low, and I think this is gonna happen again. So for now, I'm seeing a accumulation zone until the Fed meeting. Even if there is right now a nice push to the upside, I don't think this will hold. It's more like a like, let's see, how can I call it? Like, there is a lot of pressure from the upside. Look at this in here, this wick, for example. Let's copy it. There is a second one in here. There is one in here. There is one in here. So I'm not sure about this, if this is gonna hold or not. But even if on the downside, it's looking the same. You can copy them in here. So there is a lot of pressure from the downside and from the upside. So it's compressing the price into this accumulation zone. So this is a market maker movement. They have like a accumulation zone, and they're wanting to hold the price in this area, and then they will be waiting for the Fed meeting, where Jerome Powell will be talking a little bit about economic stuff and all things like that, and he's probably gonna press the market down a little bit, so we come to a manipulation area. So I'm expecting maybe 1 or 2 more wicks above in here, but probably we're gonna come down into a manipulation zone below this accumulation zone, and this will hold for a couple of days, maybe a week or so, and then we grab a lot of liquidity, because all the guys will be thinking, okay, now it's going down, we can short again. I mean, they like grabbing liquidity already over here, like all the guys trying to go long above these breaks in here. They go long with stop losses. Like, if you go long in here, you place your stop something below here, below here, below here, below here, maybe even below here. So whenever you think we're gonna break this area here, you also have these nice little upwards movements in here. So it kind of look bullish, but there is too much heavy pressure from the upside. So this is, for me, it's looking like a market maker movement. So they're gonna press the price down, take all the liquidity, break all the stop losses in here, grab all that liquidity, and then once we reach this manipulation zone, we will be like moving in here, grabbing more liquidity, and then, oops, too much, like grabbing all the liquidity in here, and then we get the real push, maybe even through this zone in here, probably through this zone with the real liquidity grab. Like, let's go to the 4 hours chart. If we zoom it like here, this might be something like this. So our rebuy zone could get into this here. Yeah. So if we have the accumulation zone, manipulation zone, and then the real push after the liquidity grab. So this is something I am looking for right now. It's not for sure happening. Like, this is something I can imagine very likely to happen because of the charts playing out right now, and the Fed meeting beginning or in the middle of next week. So yeah, basically what I am waiting for is now like a push higher, maybe break above this, maybe a small touch in here, have a little crash through the Fed meeting, get into the manipulation zone, and then push higher. So if this happens, this is my massive re-entry zone. I will re-entry not only on Bitcoin but on a lot of other charts, coins. I mean, we'll look at other charts, but I will also enter at a lot of other coins. So yeah, this is something I'm looking for Bitcoin right now. Alright, so let's check Ethereum as next. And Ethereum is a little bit tricky right now because we are close to a next support resistance zone. We had the massive run in here. There is not that clear structure at the moment, like on Bitcoin. For Ethereum, I don't have the exact plan, but assuming we got a crash, a small manipulation crash on Bitcoin, we'll probably do the same on Ethereum as well. But for now, I am looking to get back to these highs in here, which will probably look like something like this in here. If we retest this, so we get an overall ascending triangle. So this will be my re-entry zone on Ethereum. We have the beginning of February over in here at this time, so this is also in time with the Fed meeting, with a little bit of a Bitcoin correction. So this might happen for Ethereum. Yeah, and if this happens, let's go for the daily. Our next target will be the 2000 area. So if we hold the support line in here, if the re-entry zone in here is a good choice, and if we push above this high, the 2000 line would be next one. Okay, so Quant is the next one. For Quant, at the last video we had, I think the last video was around here, and I said like we got the break of this ascending triangle in here, and the best thing that can happen for everybody who's not involved in Quant yet, I'm heavily involved, invested into Quant, would be a pullback down to the ascending triangle. And we got it even with a double bottom, like if we check this one in here. So this is a perfect re-entry zone. We were even lower than our re-entry zone and then meet it a second time. So whoever watched my last video could have, like, this is not a financial advice, so not a should, but could have entered in here, or at least a second time in here. And yeah, for Quant I'm very bullish long term. Like this is my biggest position, and I am expecting to break this highs now with the run in here. So currently we need first to break this 153 area, 155 area, then 160, and then I'm looking forward for what's next. Like the small high in here, 220, 230 area. I don't think there is a lot of support resistance in this zone, so let's see how we go. But for now it's looking everything all good. It's looking really good. Let's go into the deeper smaller time frames. Yeah, the bounce could be a little bit stronger, but however, it's not looking that bad. Obviously, if Bitcoin will get manipulated on the beginning of February, which would be something in here, we might get a correction down in here. So let's maybe change this one. So I think we might get something like this in February and then push up. So whoever is not involved in quant yet, something like this might be the next best opportunity. Yeah, that's all for quant for now. Okay, so crypto.com is in a ascending triangle, which I am not sure if we're gonna break up, because this one is very steeply going up, and I'm not sure if we can hold it. We had the W formation with a stopping volume candle in here. Where is it? There is a stopping volume candle, then a W formation. So we have this one as the first run. We are looking now for the second run. I am expecting probably, where is the beginning of February? So I am expecting the drop in February. This might look like something like this. If we get a drop in early February, it's gonna be a little bit stronger on crypto.com, probably because we break these ascending triangle, which should be bullish. And if it fails, it's bearish. So the drop might get a little bit stronger. This is looking ugly. Let's draw again. So it could be something like this maybe. So I'm looking for a re-entry zone, maybe something around these areas in here, maybe even a little bit lower than this. Yeah, that's all for crypto.com for now. HBAR is the next one on my list. I am currently in a trade in HBAR. Like my last video was around here, and I drew this line, and I was like, if you can buy below this line for HBAR, this will be a good buying opportunity. You can check my last video. I was like, this line here below 0.66, and we got a massive dump even below. Like all the stop losses had been triggered in here and cascaded a little bit, but in 4-hour chart we got this more like a volume stopping candle, or like, let's say these two bows together are like with a huge wick, with not a full bullish engulfing, but it's getting into this direction. Like if you compare these candles, it's making a big wick. So we also had the second bottom in here, so a W formation, which the first bottom is a volume stopping candle. So I have entered HBAR, I think at 0.666, I think, something like this. Like I saw this formation in here, and I was like, if we break this high or this high, I think this high. Yeah, I was like, if we break this high, then I'm gonna enter, and I think I got my buy stop order in this candle here, and then it becomes this big candle. So I am in HBAR since here, roughly. And so if you watch my last video, you could have entered below this line in here, or after there was a good rebuy zone in here, the retest of this accumulation zone area in here. So for now, HBAR is looking quite good. Let's maybe move this line to here, and then let's throw another line in here. We are just getting something like a big ascending triangle, maybe. This low could get a little bit deeper, but it's okay. So HBAR is looking good. HBAR even here. If we break this here, HBAR is looking very good. But still in January and in February, early beginning of February, I'm expecting a small dump. So how could this look for HBAR? It could look, I don't know, if we break it before February, maybe we will have a small spike, go back down, go again to this area in here. So if you're not in HBAR now, this is something I would be looking for. But I am in HBAR. I'm not sure, like if I'm 0.666, I'm like here, I think. I will move my stop losses to an area above here, something. I think above this lows in here, maybe above, below this low here. Yeah, but HBAR is looking good, and I think if we get the real push of Bitcoin later, HBAR is gonna fly. HBAR is going to fly. So APE is very similar to HBAR. Like I made a video, I think, over here, and I was like, if we break the ascending triangle in here, gonna retest it, and then this might be a good buying opportunity. And like a few hours after my video, we dropped down, similar to HBAR. We dropped massive down, so all these stop losses got triggered. This is like a volume stopping candle again. Like a huge volume and a huge candle and a huge wick in here. It's maybe not a perfect one. Let's say it's not really a volume stopping candle, but there's a lot of volume, and then has been stopped with several candles, creating one bottom of the W formation again, and then a big push up. And I'm not sure I am an APE. Yeah, APE is the one. Yeah, APE is the one, the trade I am very profitable on, because I entered above this high in here. Like I was watching APE because I wanted to enter in here, but we didn't got the push above the ascending triangle. We break below it, and I saw this formation in here, and I placed like a buying stop order above this high here. So when we broke this high, my order got filled and I entered in here. So for APE, I'm very profitable. I already moved my stop loss to something like this here. And I'm not sure if I gonna close APE before February. Maybe I gonna take profits in here, in this area, because February, I'm expecting February to be the beginning of February to have a correction because of the Bitcoin manipulation. I'm kind of sure this is gonna happen. So I'm expecting ape maybe go like this, and then all the February down. But who knows how deeply, like there is not enough structure in here. It's a little bit chucky. So the next re-entry zone for ape might be something like this in here. But it's a little bit too early to say, to be more precisely. Like we just need to watch the market when it's in here. Like maybe something like this can happen. So we need to check how it's behaving. Okay, and now I will be showing you some coins I'm watching for the next few days, which might get a good entry setup soon. Last time I was talking about ICP, I said like it's very difficult to get into ICP right now, but we're getting a ascending wedge, which is getting tighter, more and more tight now. So as I'm expecting February to go down, maybe even a little bit stronger than this one in here, we could get into a interesting zone in here. Like this is a little bit of a gap. Like if you watch, there are only wicks in here or candles with strong volume. Like there is a little bit of a gap in here. So this has to be filled, or mostly will be filled. So I'm expecting to enter into these gap zones. So this could be a good re-enter zone. And then I have Matic on my list. Like Matic has gone wild, and we had a consolidation area in here with on the break of this channel, and I think we can get a retest on this zone in here. This would be a great buying opportunity as well. So this is something I'm watching for the next few days. Oh, I see this is March. Maybe it's a little bit earlier than this one. But however, this is something I have on my watch list for the next few days. Near protocol, very similar. We are getting into resistance zone in here. I don't think we're gonna break it in the first try, because it's a stronger resistance zone in here. So for the next few days, we're gonna get got a rejection and a higher low. So this might be a good entry zone in here. Like this is roughly, like, I don't know how deep. We will see later. Like we need a bit more information. Same for Matic and same for ICP. So on our ICP the gap is quite precise, but Matic and near we can go. We can be more precisely in the next upcoming days. Also, there is ADA, very similar to near. There is a strong support resistance zone. We can get rejected on it and then get into re-entry zone. But same as Matic, we need more data to get the zone more precisely. Solana, the same, because Solana I'm not sure if I should trade it, because I am not that bullish on Solana for long term, so I cannot be bullish for 2 years. And there is a strong support resistance zone in here, and we might get rejected. So we could go down for a better buying opportunity. But same as ADA, as near, as Matic, we need more information. We need to wait a little bit more to get a clearer definition of this zone in here. Same for Shiba Inu. Like Shiba Inu in comparison with ApeCoin or Doge. Oh no, I'm not sure about Doge. Let's check Doge. Yeah, same like, no, Doge is already, like if we take this as the main channel, Doge is already out of this channel. But still, but still some kind of pressure over here. So Doge is not interesting at the moment, but Shiba is, because we could break out of this symmetrical triangle. So this is a lot of structure in here. So this might be a good re-entry zone for Shiba Inu. And even if there is a February, there we could, even if we, maybe if we get all the February very badly, we could get into this zone in here. Or maybe even all the February. This is a little bit too wide. I think like something like this can happen. We will see about the Fed meeting. Alright, so this is what I have on my watch list for the upcoming days. Shiba Inu, Solana, ADA, Near, Matic, and ICP. Alright guys, good luck and have a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.